So now on to this next question. How did you, Snowy, and Wolfie actually meet? I'd love to know that.
Okay, so that one's actually kind of a fun question, not gonna lie. Oh, I have a really fun cool thing to share. Let me actually text Snowy really quick. See if she's cool with me saying this actually. Okay. But yeah, no, I am planning on compiling the shows. Just not like I feel like it would be a little unethical to just like compile them all just like that as a compilation. But I am planning on like during like the kind of slower Daisy, what are you doing here? Kind of compiling the shows like the seasons into movie format and like uploading them during the slower period in the channel in between Bolt and like the middle uh show. So yeah. Oh, actually, it seemed okay. Cool. Snowy is totally fine with me saying that. So let's continue with that question from before. Um, yeah. So um, me and Snowy met back in fifth grade. So like I don't know, like 8 or 9 years ago. Um, and at the and at that and at that point, I actually had a YouTube channel, but at the time it was called HyperX. I know, I know that's a gaming peripheral company, but I didn't know that at the time. Anyway, um, yeah, so me, Snowy, and her brother, we played Minecraft and Roblox at the time. I don't exactly remember exactly when I told them about my channel, but one day I was like, "Hey, it'd be really cool is if all three of us made YouTube channels and we did whatever." And so we, all three of us, me, Snowy, and her brother, we um got on Roblox Fleet of City. I don't even know if that game's even still a thing, but yeah. So we made the first ever Triple Gamers video. Um Daisy, ow, why you chill. Chill. If you're gonna be like that, I'm gonna have to escort you out, man. Girl, sorry. Okay. Anyway, where was I? So at I don't so me, Snowy, and her brother, we all got on Roblox for this flee the facility, and we recorded our first video. Um, I actually I think this was actually in the video. But like halfway through, Snowy and Wolfie, her brother, Snowy's brother Wolfie, they were like, I'm gonna be Kid and Snowy, I'm gonna be Snowy, and I'm gonna be Wolfie. But I actually I think this was Snowy who said this, but she's like, uh well, we're both animals, so you have to have an animal too. And I'm like, what animal do I want to be? And then Snowy's like, a cheetah's cool. You should be a cheetah. And I'm like, yeah, cheetah's pretty cool. I'll be a cheetah. And I'm like, I'll be cheetah 77. And that's kind of how we all met. Uh, but here's a little fun fact here. At the time when I took on the name Cheetah 77, I actually didn't really like it. Okay. At the time, my favorite color was red, and I didn't really like yellow. Okay, so I was like, this isn't gonna stick. Fast forward 8 years, and here I am with nothing but a closet full of yellow stuff. So, I guess you can be wrong.
And now to piggyback on that last question, we all know you and Snowy dated for a certain amount of time, but how exactly did you guys break up?
Um, okay, that's tough. So, uh, seeing as Snowy's not here, and I personally don't think she would like me disclosing that information, and personally, I don't really feel like I want to disclose that information either. Um, but what I can tell you is my own personal experience and whatnot. So it's not really a secret that I am not that it's not a secret that I'm not non what the fuck. It's not a secret that I'm non-neurotypical. There we go. Back pretty much all throughout first grade until like eighth grade, Um, I had really severe behavioral issues as a kid, and I'm not going to say much about this, but from basically my whole elementary school days, from kindergarten to fourth grade, were not the best. How can I put this? The school was abusive. That's like the best way I can say. They were very racist and very, um, they didn't like people who weren't like normal or weren't like, I don't like saying that, but like weren't neurotypical. Anyway, um, those were some of my darkest years of my life. But fast forward to fifth grade, something happened and caused me to have to switch schools to a new school for fifth grade. And hey, it was a new start for me, new everything. And that's where I met Snowy, as you know from the last question. Um, and at this point, my behavioral issues were pretty tame. At this point, they were still there, but like they weren't really a problem. But whenever I saw someone getting bullied, or more specifically a friend getting bullied, that's kind of when they would show up, and I would, let's just say, um, fists would fly. And pretty much throughout fifth to eighth grade, Snowy was always there to, pull me back and like kind of reel me in and like help me through that. Um, she never left. She was always there, you know. And then fast forward to high school. If you guys didn't know this, Snowy is a genius. Okay, she's a fucking super genius. Um, Compared to me, she makes me look like a fucking kindergartner. Okay, so unfortunately, in high school, we had like zero classes in common. So I was kind of alone. Of course, I still talk to her on the phone and everything, but yeah, it was kind of back to. It was not my first two high school years were definitely not as bad as elementary, but they were still fucking hell because the rumors never died. Okay, most of the time, high school is kind of a refresh, for everyone. But me, it wasn't like that. Everyone still knew me as the, oh, that's the guy who broke blank's name in fifth grade. Or okay, never mind. Let me resay that. um, Everyone knew me as, oh, that's the guy who broke blank's nose in fifth grade. Um, and no one really cared to learn about the, you know, post behavioral issues me, the real me. Like at this point, in my during my freshman year, I hadn't had a single behavioral encounter or episode ever in like over a year and a half. Okay, it was something in my past. Okay, but I just never could escape it. I had like a handful of friends from the special needs class that I'd hang out with during lunch, but other than that, like I just couldn't escape it. And it was pretty much hell until I ended up um, going switching to online school. But here's the deal: without Snowy, my hell high school days probably would have been my hell juvenile detention days. So yeah, but long story short, um, no matter what type of relationship me and Snowy have, hell, she could even uh go off the grid and never talk to me again tomorrow, and I'll always remember her as the girl who changed my life for the better. Because no matter what our relationship is, that's always who she'll be in my mind. And right now, we have a perfect relationship. Right now, we talk in calls almost every week. We write. We do co-writer stuff. I, I sh- she's practically an executive producer on all my other shows. I tell her everything. I pass everything to do with my shows on to her. I give feedback on her stuff. You know, um, yeah, it's just the past, and yeah, that's how I like to remember her.
Oh my gosh, that's it. I have no words for that. That's just like really beautiful. I was not expecting such a beautiful answer from you, and such a respectful one too. Wow. I think that kind of covers it. We got a lot of questions before, but I feel like this is kind of a good opener. I had couple other ones written down, but that one takes the cake. Well, that was really fun time. Thank you for sharing all that stuff, Cheetah. Hopefully we can do this again. That was really fun, and yeah, thank you for being here with us. Yeah, I'm Max.
Yeah, it was really fun, Max. I'd gladly do this again some other time. Those are some really fun questions, and yeah, see you guys in the next one. Wait, I'm not even the main YouTuber here. My bad. I'm stealing your sunshine here.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine. All right, see you guys later. Actually, I did have one last thing to tell you guys. If you're wondering where my reactions have gone, that's because I'm actually recording this before um before episode I want to say 6 comes out of Journey to Etheria. And like literally like tomorrow I am going out of town for like months, and I won't be able to do any reactions. So those will come when I come back. So just so you're not left wondering. But yeah, I'm Max. See you guys later. Bye bye.